Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Reclusive Raven and we are continuing with The Witcher 2. I don't know how much of this game we actually have left. So I do have The Witcher 3 downloaded just in case. But I'm also worried that my laptop might not be able to run The Witcher 3 as well as I thought it would. So if that doesn't end up working very well, we pivot to something else. And yeah. What's this? What are you? This doesn't have a marker, so pivot to this. And I think we're going down. Are the knights down here? They are. Let's me try out my new sword. Oh, he's frozen. Why was my volume up that high? What was that about? So I don't know if we need much money anymore. So I think we've got the best stuff we can get without... This is locked. I thought this was the sewers that we were supposed to go through. Well, alright.
Nothing special.
Your very existence is an insult to the gods.
Come at me, bro. Now where could these sewers be? Hello. Alright. Do a save. Oh yeah, now that's a problem.
For Natalis!
Oh, there's so many. So many of them. I don't know if this is a bad idea, but it's definitely a fun idea.
For the kingdom!
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a bad idea, but you know.
Ultimedia!
Alright, not what I'm looking to do. Mm-hmm. Run. Alright, this is not as useful of a place as I thought it might be. Later, guys. Okay, so that's not it.
Die!
It's like, yeah, there's no way it lets me through there. So how do I get to the sewers? Ah, okay. Alright, I definitely went way too far back. Run, 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 all the way back. Claim. Alright, it says it is here somewhere. There we go. I completely forgot about this. What's gonna attack me? Is that a genie?
Nigbit.
Yeah, if you say so. I don't speak genie. Or Jinn. Okay, is this forward? Or is this where I came from? I think that's where I came from. We're gonna see drowners, rot fiends. Armor of Ease. Yeah, mine's fine. Maybe I'll make it to see how it looks, but that's about it. All I'm worried about.
Die.
Oh, of course it's Rocky. In the sewers, it's always a rot fiend. This is the... Anybody know how to talk to a Jinn? Good setup. Very nice. Where do you lead? Locked. Fair enough. Oh no, this is gonna be a stealth
Your
section.
Majesty.
I've waited long for this meeting. You left Redania so suddenly I had no chance to give you the send-off you so richly deserved.
Your Majesty. I fail to understand why I have been arrested. I've done nothing but serve Redania's interests, supporting the rebellion, undermining Henselt, risking my own reputation on your behalf.
I'm no longer the little boy who believed your every word.
Why do you do this, Radovid? I was there at your most trying hours. Without me, you would not be the man you are. I don't understand.
You understand very well. You conspired against my father Vizimir, and against me. The entire Redanian court once trembled in fear of Philippa Eilhart.
Untrue, sire.
Philippa.
You must let me explain. What are your charges, Your Majesty?
Ambassador,
Triss Marigold was kind enough to compile a list of persons making up the secret society known as the Lodge of Sorceresses. Some Nilfgaardian sorceresses were members as well, but you need not be bothered with them, my lady.
Triss, you're mad!
the Lodge ordered Demoven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you kill me too. You're finished, Eilhart. There will be a trial, due process, everything as it should be. But know that you shall not wriggle out of this. You shall be convicted of conspiracy, treason, and regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Forced them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the Ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
She doesn't have her eyes in the third game.
We will talk again, witch.
It's messed up, man.
The Philippa Eilhart problem has been resolved. We must return to camps.
Wait here, Excellency. We'll scout ahead.
Intruder! Get him!
Yep, okay.
You're not easy to find.
Look what they did to me. Radovid. To think I taught him magic tricks when he was just a boy. Free me, Geralt. I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? Help me!
You'll answer a few questions first. Was Schiller telling the truth about the Lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
Did Triss take part in all this?
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child. but only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
I didn't track you alone. Yorvith can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little. Yorvith and all like him have no right to judge others.
How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world. As if she were in love. You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
Saskia will remain an enslaved monster through your wickedness. You deserve to die.
Even if you reach Triss, you will not free her.
You don't
Sure
know
I
that.
will. I'll trade Shillard for her.
And what will Yorvith say when he learns you abandon Saskia?
You worry about what he'll do to you. I doubt he'll see your blindness as sufficient punishment.
Do you think Marigold's innocent?
You have no right to judge her. Goodbye, Eilhart. Move your ass, Excellency.
This is preposterous. What do you aim to achieve?
I want to see Triss. How did you get in here?
Put that sword down.
Only after I cut your throat. The choice is yours.
I know of a tunnel.
Then you can be my guide.
Alright, I want to reload just because I want to finish looting that place.
Move your ass, Excellency.
Of course, it auto-saved. Why would it not?
The Philippa Eilhart.
Intruder! Get him!
Yeah, not even worth. Okay, well.
You're not even...
You're...
How does the spell... Was
Take the...
clock... Saskia will remain in...
Alright, here we go.
Move your ass, Excellency.
This is preposterous. What do you aim to achieve?
I want to see Triss. How did you get in here?
Put that sword down.
Only after I cut your throat. The choice is yours.
I know of a tunnel.
Then you can be my guide.
Alright. Not that way, clearly. slow walking our way to freedom. Probably back in the sewers.
It's the tunnel to the left.
You make an exceptional guide. Go.
Get
One
the
false
commander!
move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
They
Probably
will if
not.
you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold Eb Madsen's orders come from the Emperor himself. He'd rather die than give you Marigold.
Then he'll die.
No, mark my words. You will. Unless you release me, it's not too late.
You're boring me. Pick up the pace.
I wish
Why
he
do
would
you-
pick up the pace.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him. For we shan't move one bit.
Renwald!
He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
Oh, jeez, the Order of Merit.
But Ambassador Fitz-Estellen.
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
The Lannisters send their
Now I'll have to
regards.
kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
For Nilfgaard! Die, dog!
Not bad. Thought that said 333. I'm very disappointed that it's only 33. Alright, we're gonna level up. Hello, friends. For the Emperor, indeed. Okay, let's do some of this. Alright, that's dealt with. Back into it. Look at all the... Look at all these treasures. Climb the ladder, Geralt. Murder your way through the Nilfgaardian camp. Just another day in the life of a Witcher. This is what we're supposed to do, right? Witchers. I have no idea where this is taking me, so...
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make
kinda
the
hoping so.
Emperor proud! Kill him! For Nilfgaard! The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
Yes, but yours aren't.
For Nilfgaard!
Taste our steel!
Stubborn beast, Nordling.
I know.
Long live the Emperor! Long live the Emperor!
So many loot bags. So kind of them to all drop something for me. We gonna fight?
Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
That's unfortunate.
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
She's a friend.
There are things you and your kind will never comprehend.
And what are those?
Friendship.
Tell me, is the friendship of traitors and conspirators worth it?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
How do you know that?
From the best possible source. She confessed.
Under torture.
And how did you convince her to do that?
By showing her the confessions of other lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show you the Empire's true power. Surround him! For Nilfgaard!
Ow. Well, that's not cool. Oops. Start with the mage. Oh. Execute the mage.
Long live the Emperor!
Well, I know I've already killed your best men, so it's not like these guys are going to be
For Nilfgaard!
as big of an issue.
For Nilfgaard!
Shame to the Empire! Shield bearers, forward!
Taste our steel!
Alright. Mr. Renault.
Emperor, I failed you.
Sure did, nerd. Aha. Armor of Vicovaro. Ew. Ooh. Could be good. It's only got 2 slots though. The Armor of East might be better. Oh, so many dead Nilfgaardians. Where do I find the time? Dead and looted. Alright, let's go find Triss. Hey, there she is. Oh, that's not what I meant. There we go. Triss.
Geralt?
It's me.
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
I traveled half the world to find you.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
Couldn't you ask your friends from the Lodge for help?
How do you know of the Lodge?
I just do. Listen, Triss. There's a lot happening in Lochmuin, and it's all happening fast. The fact that I'm here means I'm not helping Yorvith, and I abandoned Saskia.
You chose me.
In some sense, yes. I fought my way through the Nilfgaardian camp to learn why you lied to me.
That's not true.
I know about the Lodge. I know the Lodge was behind Demavend's assassination. I know Triss Merigold is a member of the Lodge.
It's not like that.
Show me the error in my reasoning.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken. The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Because you didn't agree with them?
9 women very rarely agree on anything. The actual problem was that
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me. Through me, they fed you select information. Depending on the circumstances, they twisted facts.
We're still close. They could still be doing it.
Don't insult me.
I believe you.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold Ep Matson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thaned massacre. We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sheila never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To
Or
control a
ambition.
powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sheila chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Demavend hated mages.
No more than Henselt or Radovid. Sheila and Philippa saw Demavend as the weakest ruler. His son, Stennis, blows hot and cold. Plus, he who controls the Pontar Valley controls the north. So it was in Edirn that a popular rebel emerged, preaching the idea of a new state. At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to meet Yorveth and Sheila was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her megascope. That's when I learned that Sheila had dealings with Letho.
Why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to, but we never met after that.
That's
Letho
true.
must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere near Vergen.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything. I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I emerged intact, but pretty battered.
I met the troll who fell in love with you.
He saved me, tended to my wounds. But when he started treating me like a caged canary, I fled. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. The pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. As if all my bones were being broken. It's even worse when you return to your true form. In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover was a Nilfgaardian spy. I was carried as that figurine all the way to Lochmuin.
What a
as Sira decompressed me back just
complicated
before I
plot.
murdered her. Shillard interrogated me but learned nothing. If it wasn't for you, they'd have had me quartered. I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
Being quartered is horrible.
Ever find out what she was
Horrifying.
actually doing in Flotsam? I find it hard to believe she went there just to kill a monster and earn a few orans.
You're right, of course. It had something to do with Letho and the Scoia'tael.
What did she want from Yorveth?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Henselt was practically inevitable.
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demavend's successful assassination, Sheila and Philippa decided to take the next step.
That would be stupid. Killing Demavend was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion. They had to know that if Foltest died, men like Roach wouldn't rest until they learned why that had happened.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest, and Sheila was working with Letho.
Did Saskia know the Lodge's plans?
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state in the Pontar Valley, no strings attached. A fairy tale, but Saskia bought it. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed Saskia.
Philippa controlled Saskia with her spells.
Figures. The woman's a control freak.
She miscalculated by coming to Loch Muin. Radovid had her imprisoned and then blinded.
That's impossible.
I was there. That'll have to do for now.
We'll learn more at the talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanib massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective responsibility. I'm ready to go and reveal everything I know about Philippa Eilhart, Sheila de Tanserville, and their schemes.
Let's go then.
Woohoo! Ventress. How do we get out of here?
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your work?
They followed their leader too blindly.
You killed them all.
They didn't slaughter themselves.
Triss is like, yo, that's messed up, man. Ooh, chest. Orange.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
The Lodge remembers too.
Rest assured I won't let anyone compress me again.
Some of the sorceresses will be surprised to see you. Watch them closely.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Okay. Bum bum. Ooh, and one more talent. Damage reduction is not bad. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I know where we are.
Nothing special.
Let's do a meditate until morning. Alright, where's my man?
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and...
I came upon... I wouldn't...
You see, the Vran...
So how do I...
You needn't even know the meaning of the words for the sentry to let you pass. You must merely know the sequence in which the password must be read. In this case, we have a sentence. Nana kanpa zi udu ya lala gat exa nana zi udu zi gat kanpa nibit. Nana kanpa means forge ahead, while nana zi means backtrack. In summary, should you encounter a sentry who reacts to this scroll, you must first answer with the words that follow Nana Kanpa in their given sequence, then omit Nana Zi, and conclude with all the words that follow this phrase, but in reverse order.
Oh, that sounds
Not that complicated, actually. Thanks for your help. I'm interested in the Wild Hunt. Thanks.
Don't need Cairn anymore. Probably don't need that. $30 robust cloth, 12 studded leather. Oh. Oh no. The menu just loves to break sometimes. Okay. It's 12 hardened leather. Don't have quite enough for that. And it was what, 30 robust cloth? Seven, so we need to do 5 more, which ones we need 9 oil. Do you have any oil? You don't.
Likewise, the frog.
What do you got? All right. That's all you got there. Okay, craft me some oil. Oh, I already had the diagram for oil. Oh, I need studded leather.
Leave me alone!
All right. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody carry studded leather? You don't. Should check if you have any oil just in case. Why does it always break? Why do the menus break? So I need 12 studded leather, which means I need, I'm assuming 14? Or 24? I've got 13, yeah. Tons of oil. We need 12 of these, so we need 12 oil. Which means we need 11 more oil. Okay.
Renounce magic, I tell you.
Only slightly complicated. Sell any oil? Probably not, right? I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Owl and the rat.
Nice.
The frog.
Witcher.
I'm the Witcher. Oh, hey. Forgot about you. But you don't really. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Hey, J. Fulcane. The witchering is going pretty well so far. Actually. I need to go grab my coffee. I'm gonna be right back. Hold. we're back. We made it. Okay, let's see. Set my things back up. Maybe. Alright, are we good? Sure, that works. No worries, I figured you were just making a joke about it. And I agree. This is a pro-DEI area. Okay, I think we just start the conclave thing that's going on here. Let's go.
In a hurry to see the deliberations.
Here on urgent business.
Your dress seems to confirm it. Excuse you indeed. I suppose I couldn't much care. I've heard what I came to hear.
And what, pray tell, was that?
The rightful heir will ascend to the Aedirnian throne. There will be peace in the land. What more could one want?
Prince Stennis is here?
King Stennis.
Oh, geez.
Crowned 2 days past in Vengerberg. Merely send a messenger here. All those present promptly agreed that he will make a good ruler.
Is that right? It says
Prince
that's so
Stennis,
Raven Visions.
Poisoner, coward, and schemer. He trembled with disgust when he spoke to the peasants. Disdain flowed from him like vomit. But he didn't deserve to be lynched. That was not the justice Saskia fought for. Prince Stennis I, son of Demavend III, became the 17th king of Aedirn. He won the hearts of the people. They saw him as the hope of the nation. The realm, ravaged by war, needed a ruler sensitive to the plight of his subjects.
Well, that's not him.
King Stennis I was just that.
Oh. Okay. Sup, Triss?
Good that you're here. We don't have much time.
Seems like we never do.
First we have
Yeah, I
to
kind of maybe
Leave that to me.
screwed that up a little bit.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Look, I had a choice between saving Triss or saving Philippa and unbinding Saskia. I'm gonna save Triss. Brother, do you have any good enhancements? You do. Maybe. Actually, they're not that good. Do you sell any good one? Sure. Sorry, I pushed you around, sir. Oh, that needs oil. Okay, never mind. Your store sucks. Thought I'd let you know.
The Kingslayer! Get him!
I slew no king. As far as I remember. Oh,
Might have
Triss.
tried to reason with them.
Easier this way. Trust me.
Path's clear. Can we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Everything will be revealed at last.
Do you
Whether
think so,
you like
Triss?
it or not, John Natalis, Temeria will be divided.
For the good of the entire North.
The united
Kingslayer.
forces of Kedwin
That's
and
Jaime
Redania
fucking
will
Lannister.
end the fighting among the Elder Houses and secure peace from Gorsvelen to Ellendar. At present,
Temeria is starting to resemble the Pontar Valley.
Which, if I understand correctly, is currently controlled by Edirn.
You are mistaken, Radovid. Vergen is free.
Free? What precisely does that mean?
Lormark is not Kedwen's, and Edirn no longer controls Upper Edley. We have rejected Prince Stennis.
King Stennis?
And handed King Henselt's army a resounding defeat.
Your forces, my dear lass, are nothing but a motley array of rebellious peasants and elven brigands.
Hey, there's also dwarves.
Sooner or later, they will need to swear allegiance to someone, or they will be defeated and dispersed.
The peoples of the Pontar Valley will swear allegiance to me, Queen Saskia. As an independent realm, we hereby speak in favor of reconstituting the Council and Conclave.
You're a lovely girl, but you issue from common stock. The sole crown you are worthy of donning is a wreath woven of wildflowers. Redania will recognize no other coronation.
In that case, you must choose, King Radovid. Will you carve up Temeria, or march on the Pontar Valley? Henselt, last of the line of the Unicorns, has sworn to recognize the Pontar Valley as a free realm. Philippa Eilhart witnessed it.
Philippa Eilhart is in my dungeon, awaiting trial for treason.
She was in your dungeon, Radovid, but is no longer. She will sit at my side in Vergen as my royal advisor.
Sup, dudes? Did I miss anything good? King Geralt of Rivia here? Yes, I'm taking the title now.
The document describing the Charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the Charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the Northern Kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
No, don't trust
Without
Sheila.
our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to Cowherd at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
Oh, things are popping off. A flaming rose. Whose side are they on again?
Sheila de Tanserville.
Is that Radovid?
Until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, she's gonna cast a spell. I can see it. No, dragon. Never mind. Is that Saskia? Oh, Philippa Eilhart. Or maybe it was Sheila. Who knows? This plot is complicated. Oh, my tattoo's clipping.
Geralt, we're trapped. Magic's no good here. I can't get us out. Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
Alright. I guess I'll go the way I was pointing. How the hell am I gonna fight a dragon?
You can't stop me, not you, not anyone else.
Clearly you've never dealt with Jerry of Rivia.
If I have to, I will kill you.
Ow. It's like the intro to Skyrim.
How do you like my dragon?
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
I bet you would.
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil.
He might
had
be.
to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest?
Can't
Hensel?
be certain he is.
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to go check out the
A
genie.
moment ago,
Oh.
I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? And can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story.
I'll burn everything
Philippa
to the
controls
ground.
the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb. We may have
Genocide's
lost a
always a
battle,
good answer.
but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Doubt it.
Farewell! Something's not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed. I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
Bye. All right. I've fought many a Dark Souls dragon. I can probably deal with this, right? So what am I doing here? Oh, climbing. I thought I was going down.
Shit, you stink.
Oh! Oh, did that do it? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Geralt. And Geralt plummeted. Oh no. I hit the wrong one. I was joking. Alright, looks like I'll have to do that over again. That's fine. Oh, okay, it just starts from here. Ignore the failure. Didn't think there'd be another prompt. Meat hook the dragon. Jesus, you're strong, Geralt. Captain America over here. Guys, has this ever happened to you? Walk away. We don't need to kill the dragon just to kill the dragon.
A list of the Lodge's sorceresses. A list of the hordes you'll help us find.
Sometimes the dialogue audio in this game is completely different volumes for different people. It's so weird. Oh, Philippa made it out. Oh, you got some money on him, did you? Didn't it just? Oh. Oh, Philippa. No, not poor Philippa. She's kind of terrible. I mean, maybe she didn't deserve to have her eyes cut out, but... You know, thinking about it, I don't know if there's any decent people in the Witcher universe. Most of them are just kind of awful. Epilogue. Wow. I mean, I half expected to finish the game, but damn. How'd you know I was here? Fair, so did I. Until this game.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
Dragoness. Saskia's alive. Wounded and weak from loss of blood, but alive.
The spell is still working.
Unimportant. As long as Saskia lives, there's hope that we can break it. Besides, I don't kill dragons.
Philippa won't easily give up such a powerful weapon.
Triss, please understand. The last thing I want to do is slaughter one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen. Saskia is good incarnate. She's the exact antithesis of Eilhart and your former friends. They should be punished.
You're right. I just wanted...
I know what you wanted, and you're probably right in some way. But this time, logic and calculation are unimportant. If we have even the slimmest chance of breaking the spell and freeing Saskia, we need to try.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Oh.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
What do you mean, waiting? How do you know?
Utter chaos broke out after the dragon attacked. I tried to reach Philippa's quarters. A terrified man approached me in one of the alleys, gave me a letter and begged me not to harm him. He said it was for you. The letter was short. I'm waiting in the Temerian camp. Letho.
What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace sign. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kidwens clashed with the civilians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
All right, Letho. Is that Irvith?
I think he's coming too.
Oh, bollocks. The whoreson's in agony. Won't be long now.
Look at that. The cleverest of elven bandits, beaten burnt like ordinary scum.
This is the handiwork of some mage. I'd wager my wife on it.
They just do belong in the
Shouldn't
circles.
have taken that trinket. You know they'll ask what he had on him.
And you'll not peep a word. Understand?
These guys learned nothing
Hey you,
from
piss
Thedas,
off.
did
We've
they?
got a dangerous prisoner here.
Yeah, he's my best friend.
A prisoner? Did you capture him?
None of your concern. Buzz off, freak.
Excuse me?
Any idea what happened to Roach?
Yes, Radovid tried to buy him off. I'm sure you can guess Roach turned him down.
Piss off, I said! I'm warning you for the last time.
Temeria might not be on the map of the North much longer, but as long as men like Roach are around, there's hope for its rebirth.
Don't pin that mess on me.
I don't intend to. You asked.
Well, that's not the way to go. Triss, I'm lost. Wait, is it through here? It's probably through here. Sup, dudes?
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tancerville and the other traitresses from the Lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin via Megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later, she will be ours. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
All right. Letho, my bestie. Wait, Yorvith was my bestie. I don't know who my best friend is anymore.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
This is between me and him.
You don't have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave without me.
So I want to give him a little kiss on the head. What you got there?
Took you a while?
Is that Bauble from Sheila's Megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds.
So this guy's been abusing steroids for a while, right?
Minute, but just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the Royal Witch Hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first, vodka.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships.
And Geralt died of whatever poisons Letho put in there. Wait, I'm a Witcher. I'm immune to poisons. Never mind. We're good.
Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah.
Blind
I saved
date?
your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Oh, that's so Raven.
The winter solstice, 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every Witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our Witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land.
Letho is
This
a
elf
Witcher.
was not of this world.
He's
He
a
was an invader.
Viper
We
school.
struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Geralt's just obsessed with Yennefer.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out
probably
to be
the Wild
quite a
Hunt that gives
character.
amnesia.
Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us.
Sounds like
After
Yennefer.
you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the Spectral Riders.
Maybe it was.
They are. You know the true identities of the Riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary Omen of War proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
More or less.
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Now the theory. Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
It's also how humans appeared here.
Who doesn't know that?
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
as they did for you and Yennefer. So elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea. But that's not your concern. How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's
Oh my
bidding,
god, it is the
Geralt.
Fade.
And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities.
Oh, so you're from
Besides Sereth
Nilfgaard?
and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
I mean, I completely understand his
Why are you
reasoning.
still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion.
North.
And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Wow, there's so much.
How did you know Foltest would come to the monastery Solar?
Yorveth and I planned Foltest's murder. The King of Temeria would have to deal with the lava lad sooner or later, and he made no secret of it. I was sure he'd want to recover his bastard children in the process. And where do they take the children when the castle is under siege? I had to become a monk, but I couldn't just arrive at the monastery and claim I'd see the light. Not very believable. So one of Arian's patrols out in the forests happened on a Scoia'tael unit torturing a helpless monk. Arian's brave men drove off the elves and I found shelter in the monastery.
No one noticed you had no wounds?
I paid the monk who treated me a lot of orange to stay silent. Actually, it was only a loan, because I killed him later. Only the dead can keep a secret. Then all I had to do was wait for the situation to develop. When I saw you enter the chamber with Foltest, I thought I might fail. Luckily, you failed. To recognize an old friend.
How did you manage to contact Sheila?
It wasn't a problem once I learned of the Lodge's existence. Initially, she watched my every move. But sooner or later, everyone starts treating me like a big oaf. I mean, I can't change how I look. I stayed close to Sheila. Killed a few beasts for her, and whined about how unhappy I was. How unfair the world was. So much, in fact, that I actually got her gander up a few times. I made sure a few potentially trustworthy witnesses saw us together. Could link us. Security in case I was captured. I also prepared to assassinate the King of Kavir. Esterad Tyson was to be the first victim of the mysterious assassin.
So much
but
dialogue.
Before I could do the dirty deed, Sheila asked me to slay Demavend. The gods had smiled upon me. I couldn't believe my luck. Here I've been trying to figure out how to frame Sheila. And now all I needed was to carry out her orders and follow through.
Where'd you get your information about the Lodge?
From the Emperor and Vattir de Rideau, the Emperor's chief spy. And I believe they got it out of Yennefer.
She recovered her memory?
Nah. I'd never claim she informed on her friends consciously. I expect they found a way to tap into her memory in spite of her amnesia, and without her knowing it.
Okay, fair.
There was a sorcerer present when I was questioned. A young, proud intelligence officer. Whatever the case, they gave me a list of the sorceresses in the Lodge. Only Emir, Vattir, and I were present. Only we knew of the mission.
How'd you manage to slay Demavend?
Sheila's magic. I mean, she could give us the king's every move. His habits, the positions of the palace guards, anything. All we had to do was navigate the labyrinth and land the final blow. Besides, she had plenty of gold for the preparations. Greased palms abundantly. It had all the makings of a cakewalk. But it's never that easy. We barely avoided our pursuers. And we wouldn't have if not for Yorveth Scoia'tael, another of Sheila's ideas. With Yorveth's elves, not only did we cut down Demavend, but traveling with them put us out of the Lodge's reach. We could calmly plan Foltest's and Henselt's assassinations.
When did you decide to get rid of Yorveth?
As soon as I realized I couldn't manipulate him. A true fox, that one. He was so observant, so dangerous. I got the sense he might see through me at any moment.
You made a mistake. You were untouchable as long as the Scoia'tael were protecting you.
Maybe, but with Yorveth, my hands were tied. If I'd finished off Kieran...
But you didn't. And that allowed me to drive a wedge between you and Yorveth. I forced you to flee.
And I let you live. You know I could have killed you. You're forgetting.
No, I remember. So Sheila was looking for you when she came to Flotsam.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was still in control and wanted to get rid of me. I bet my eyes that she thought I'd lost my mind. Or that Yorveth was manipulating me.
And the North descended deeper into chaos.
Exactly. There was just one problem. You.
I
could
always
have
get in the
killed
way,
you
don't
in
I?
the Elven Ruins. Thing is, you weren't really my enemy.
You screwed up with Henselt.
Sabrina's curse tore that down. First off, we got holed up in that hideout in the ravines. Then Sheila showed up and started watching Henselt like he was her own ass. By that time, his death was no longer necessary. Fate had smiled upon us again. I learned of the summit and the efforts to reconstitute the Council and Conclave. The ideal setting for the mission's grand finale.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Honestly, I understand his reasoning well enough for why he did the assassinations, and I don't think he's gonna cause any more problems. He's literally just gonna disappear and never do anything, so yeah.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
What's done is
Just
done.
like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
Later, Gator. I guess we'll just open the city gates and leave. Oh, ladybug. So gentle, Geralt. I imagine there's some symbolism there, but I don't know what it is. I think you can, if you do the simulate Witcher 2 save, you can tell them that Letho's dead. I never have, or I always have, so I've never actually had Letho in The Witcher 3. I've also never sided, or chosen that I sided with Yorvith, because I've never played this game, so I didn't
The
know
Witcher
what was a
traveled
better
far and
option.
wide in search
Anyways,
of Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels, Bernard Laredo amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwen and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds. Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian
yeah, I
population
only
was
had some
resettled.
minor ideas of what each one kind of meant.
In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragonslayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom.
I imagine that's not going to last long.
Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwen divided it between them. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had
guess we
ravaged
couldn't
the
end
world
this
was
game
but a
without
harbinger of darker days,
boobs showing
and the
up.
preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Well, that was a fun game. Definitely one I'd go back to and try to get all the secret stuff that I missed. There was a few things I definitely missed out on. There's a whole 3-act quest that I completely missed. If you miss doing it in the first act, you just don't get it. It was a lot of fun. It was good having you here, J. Falcane, as always. Thinking of trying to load up The Witcher 3 after this and just playing around with it for a few minutes and seeing if it works to stream. But, I don't know how long these credits are. So, we'll just sit here and wait, I guess. Is that Roach? That's definitely Roach. Is he murdering Henselt? I don't see him murdering Henselt. So honestly, I have no idea what that was. I do really like this art style they have for these things. I think they kind of use it in The Witcher 3, but to less extent. How old is this game? I want to say it's probably like 2010-ish, so like close to 15 years. Because Witcher 3 I think was 2015. Hold on, I can figure this out. Okay, this was 2011. And Witcher 3 was 2015. Okay. And then I think Witcher 1 was like 2008 or 2009. Still haven't ever finished that game, but I don't know if I'd ever stream it. It's weird. Yep. Ah, we can speed up the credits. Look at that. I would say you can probably skip one. I mean, you can play it if you feel like it. It's a little dated, but it still plays okay. This one I do recommend picking up. It's actually a lot of fun. If you can. It's usually, I'm sure it goes on sale fairly often for pretty cheap. Although if you decide to get any mods for it, I would highly recommend the increased carry weight one that gives you like 9,000 carry weight. Because honestly, it's just so annoying to have to go back and forth between the inn and grab stuff. Yeah, I think Mass Effect and Dragon Age are good games to start from the beginning. Get the whole picture. With The Witcher 1, I don't know how far the story progresses into like The Witcher 2. I don't actually know what the ending to The Witcher 1 is. The Witcher 2 I think has a lot more that goes into The Witcher 3, but overall I think it's pretty simple to, like, there's not enough in The Witcher 3 that you need to play The Witcher 2 for to really make it matter that much. There's a few characters you wouldn't know, but it doesn't... I think most of the characters you meet that are important in The Witcher 3 are like new for this games. I guess Triss is in there. But like, you can meet Roach depending on your, choices, but he's not that big of a character in The Witcher 3. I don't know. Yeah, I'd played some Witcher 1 and like less than half of The Witcher 2 before I played 3, so I think I might not even have played The Witcher 2 by that point, actually. Bunny. Watch out, the bunny's a monster. You're gonna need a witcher. Is he gonna get shot by elves? Oh, no, he just got it. Just a dude living life. Get out of the way. Run. They're not going to stop. You alright, dude? Honestly, could have been a lot worse. Oh no, they burned your village. Okay, it's pretty bad. But you're alive. So like, atrocities happened, but you survived. Okay. Guys, I think Nilfgaard's coming. The world as we know it nears its end, yet the past remains the key to the future. We did it! Alright, well, that was The Witcher 2. I am gonna call it here. Maybe we'll be able to play The Witcher 3 tomorrow, but if my computer can't handle it, we will pivot to something else. I do need to get a computer at some time soon-ish, so... Anyways, thanks for watching. Good to have you here for J. Falcane, and I will be back tomorrow with something. So until then, bye-bye.